Massive Shohei Ohtani update leaked information, inside information from the team on somebody who's not supposed to speak on behalf of the team. Talking about Shohei, first of all, what a huge home run that was last night. But Shohei, what we're talking about is the pitching. And this was leaked to the press, and people picked up on it. So the source cannot speak on behalf of the Dodgers, but let's get into that story right away because what is going on with the Shohei? Well, this has resulted in Shohei's pitching timeline being pushed back significantly, according to Dylan Hernandez of the LA Times. This could explain why the Dodgers are taking their time with Ohtani, who isn't expected to pitch until after. Now, this is after the All-Star break. Some would say early July, end of June. Not going to happen, according to a person familiar with the team, thinking but not authorized to speak publicly on that. So that is the story. The good news for the Dodgers, though, remember, there's you got to give some good news in here. You got Clayton Kershaw. He's expected to be back with the team very soon. So looking for that. Tony Gonsolin already back with the team. So I don't know how you think about this one and how you kind of break this one down for the Dodgers. But look, I've been saying it all along. His bat is so important to the Dodgers. Of course, pitching, yes, we need some help with pitching. We've been overusing the bullpen. We get that. We've been having trouble with some of the starters. We've lost some of our big guys. But still, no matter what he did last night, clutch. Just like Eric Carroll says, with one swing of the bat, he can change the game, and he sure does, and he does it time in and time again. So a big ups to Shohei, sending one over the fence out there. Dodgers getting a big come-from-behind win, but you know what? I've predicted this from the start. If you listen to me at the start of the season, I got receipts to prove it, saying at the beginning that they're going to take their time with Shohei. So anyone on the camp saying Shohei's going to be back sooner, it's not the case. They're going to really be careful with him. And if you listen to the game last night and you listen to what Carol's and they were saying about Shohei, they want Shohei to ramp up towards the end of the season and be ready to go for the postseason pitching-wise. So that's what they're talking about. Being able to just kind of pitch towards the end of the season, but still be able and strong enough to be able to handle things in the postseason. And you know what? That's like a secret weapon because nobody has been planning for him because he didn't pitch at all last year. Not at all. And so how do you prepare for someone you have not seen at all? Yeah, you can go look at videotape. You can look at stuff from the Angels. But you know what? Coffee always tastes better out of my Jackie Robinson mug. I don't know what that's all about, but it sure does. Once again, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be completely clear about this. We need Shohei's bat. Keep ramping him up on pitching and have him being ready to go after the All-Star break to be able to use him. But right now, it's all about Shohei cracking him over the fence with the highest velocity of any person in MLB. So as far as I'm concerned, I like what the Dodgers are doing. I like this inside scoop, and I like hearing that he's not going to be pitching until after the All-Star break. I mean, Brad Stradamus predicted this, so it's not any new news on this one. Dodgers come from behind again for the 25th time this season. And in that route, or on the way to making things happen, here's what they did. Check this out. This is from the stats page right here on X. The Dodgers are the only MLB team in the modern era to take the lead, then trail by 2 runs, then lead by 5 runs, then trail by 3 runs, then lead by 3 runs, all in one game. What the heck? That is such an awesome stat, but there is something that's kind of glaring with a stat like that. 25 come from behind wins for the Dodgers. You start thinking about those 25 come from behind wins, and you look at how the Dodgers have played. I mean, they're first. They keep crushing it. They're doing their thing. But when you have to come from behind nearly over 75% of your games, what does that say about the pitching? The bullpen has been overused a lot. Pitching is a problem. Lost some big guys. Sasaki has not been producing like he was supposed to. So, been a little problem with the pitching. How do the Dodgers fix that? That's something that the Dodgers are going to have to think about there. And they're making moves. They're not making moves. I mean, you look at just injuries alone. Evan Phillips, right elbow inflammation. He's not expected back till June. You got Kopech. They're saying May. He had a rough outing, I think, in AAA at OKC. Teoscar, he's coming back. Tommy Edman, he's coming back. Gavin Stone out till next year. Michael Grove out till next year. Shohei, we just talked about. Emmett Sheehan recovering from Tommy John. They say possibly before the All-Star break, we might see him back. Kershaw, a bright note, pitching well in OKC. May 17th at the earliest for Kershaw. So those are just some of the things you got to look at when you put things together about the Dodgers. A lot of injuries out there. I mean, I didn't even cover Snell, didn't even cover Glasnow because we all know they're out. And there's no definite timeline for those guys to get back for the blue and start playing some ball. Next one for you, Roki velocity on his fastball is way off. I mean, it's not just like 2 miles per hour. It's literally 4 to 5 miles per hour off, and they were teeing on his fastball. If he left the fastball up over the plate, any part of that plate, he was getting rocked, and he gave up what 5? The Dodgers gave up 5 home runs in that game. I'll tell you, the velocity not good. What are they saying about What are they saying about velocity with Roki? Okay, here it is. Sasaki coming off a personal MLB high 98 pitch performance. That was the game before last night. Got his first win in a Dodger uniform, but his usual triple-digit fastball was averaged 94.8 with a max speed of 96.7. That was back on last week on Saturday. Dodgers pitching coach Mark Pryor provided some insight as to why, who has still been getting batters to swing and miss, it isn't getting his usual fastball velocity. And so he's going to his fastball when he should not be going to his fastball because he's not getting it done correctly, right? So he's going to have to work on that. His first 2 starts combined with 9 walks, 4.2 innings. That's not good. Pitched 4 hits, 3 earned runs, over 5 strikeouts. Since then, he's had 19 strikeouts to 11 walks. A lot of walks going on right there. And that's because he's trying to cover for his fastball velocity is what it looks like to me. He's allowed 10 runs in his next 5 starts after that. So what is going on with Roki? Why is that? I'll tell you what, that is something that is a little bit concerning on that. So you got to wonder if he's not going to get the velocity in the fastball, he can't be throwing as many fastballs because you see what guys are doing. They're literally teeing off on him on that fastball. And if he leaves it over the plate, it's gone. All right. Keeping things going here. Hey, you know what? Sometimes it doesn't happen very often, but every now and then I'll get a message from someone that's just ruthless and saying something, and it doesn't get me upset. But, normally I don't even put them on. But I thought, I'm going to share this one because it was just, here's a guy. I'm nicknaming him Hater Jack because I kind of trolled him and went over to his page, his YouTube page. No subscribers, no show, nothing like that. But 6 responses, and every response he's ever said to Dodgers Digest has always been the worst. Like, the only one that sucks more than you is your partner who claims you guys are number one. Look, Hater Jack, you can send as much of that stuff as you want to me, but it doesn't even matter to me because I'm going to continue to do this show for the love of the Dodgers, and I don't care what you think. And you have a new nickname. So every time I see something from you, it's going to be Hater Jack. So leave that alone. I'm done with that one. Hey, Max Muncy comes through, but he also understands his position on the team. Clutch last night. Man, you were just pulling for the dude to get a hit. He does, gets the RBI. But what Muncy has said that, you know what? He understands his position on the team. He knows the Dodgers understand what he is all about to the team. And he's willing to take on any role. So Max Muncy, happy to see him do his thing, get that hit, get that RBI in a clutch situation where the Dodgers come from behind and take that victory. So good stuff there. May versus Burns, the rubber match tonight. That is going to be in Arizona. And I tell you what, I was right yesterday. Remember what I told you yesterday? How Roberts will pick his team? Roberts will look at the guys who've had success against a pitcher they're facing that particular night, and you can almost guess 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 times he's going to put those guys in. I predicted Taylor would be in, Rojas would be in, Conforto would be in, Muncy and Kike. All of them played last night because they had success against the pitcher. So he's going to come in and do his thing. So tonight, I'm telling you right now, Muncy and Conforto, I bet you are going to get days off because they have not hit Burns well at all. But I gotta think that Barnes, Kike, and Outman are going to be in tonight. Now, could that be right? Could that be wrong? We'll find out as we get to that. But looking forward to that game. And it's a rubber match on that one. Hey, that's going to do it for me. Make sure you subscribe. Fastest growing Dodger channel out there, and the most information on the Dodgers you're going to get in 10 minutes anywhere on the World Wide Web. That is a fact, Jack. Whoa, Hater Jack. That kind of worked right there. All right, that's going to do it for me. Subscribe, like, and turn on the notifications. I'm Brad J. And remember, as you go through your day, just continue to think Dodger Blue, and let's go Dodgers.